Hello, it's Helen here from Helen Martin Online, and you've got lots of Helens with you today. Check this out. How weird of a filter is that? Oh, they actually sing. Oh, that is freaky. Can you hear that? That is really freaky. I gotta get rid of that. Oh, so you got a million Helen Martins talking to you. Awesome. Let's get rid of that and go to something a little bit more friendly. And that's the one I tried yesterday, and I've got this lolly in the middle of my head. We don't like lollies in the middle of our head. How about we change that to, oh, that's not going to change. That's better. How about we do that? That is a really weird Facebook filter, I must admit. I haven't come across that one before. So I am continuing today talking about branding. And today is the most critical part of getting branding right. So what I want to talk about today is the absolutely critical component to branding yourself online. What you really have to be aware of here, how to dissect it, understand it, and execute it in the right way. So if you were on with me live yesterday, I started this little branding piece and I spoke about, oh, where do we go? Just get rid of that. And I spoke about, sorry, got to get rid of that, yeah. And I spoke about how you set up the right type of page to brand yourself appropriately. So today I'm talking about the really critical part to branding yourself online, and the bit that you just absolutely have to get right to really be successful with building your business online. Because if you get this piece wrong, then all your online efforts are going to be wasted, and you really don't want, obviously, that to happen. So if you're on with me live, say hello, tell me where you're coming in from. If you're watching the replay at a later time, just put the words down replay below so I can go and say hello to you afterwards. So the critical component to branding yourself online. Hello, Charlie. How are you today? Lovely to see you on live. I find, well, let me put this in the right context first. What are you doing for a business to bring yourself online? So the difference in the context is, do you actually have a business that is a bricks and mortar business, or it's a product, or it's a service, or something that you have created? So it's yours to own, distribute, your services, whatever. That's one context. The other context is really what I specialize in, and that's if you have a home-based business that you are a distributor for, or it's, you know, you are, well, basically you don't own the products. It's not your business to own, but you are distributing those products, services, you know, etc. on behalf of somebody else. So put it in the right context to start with. So I do specialize in helping home-based business owners bring their business online, but I also do coach people that have got traditional businesses. So this discussion about branding yourself online has a different meaning and a different, you know, not structure, but you'd position yourself slightly differently depending which context you are in. So just get that in your own mind for starters. Do you have your own business where you've created your own products, your own services, those kind of things? Or are you a home-based business owner where you are distributing somebody else's product, somebody else's thing, somebody else's services? You haven't created it, you don't own it, you don't have any say in distribution, you know, etc. The traditional sort of network marketing MLM structure. So how you position yourself online and build your business online will be different depending on which context you are in. So if you are in the context of it's your own product, your own service, something you've created, your own coaching, you know, things like that, then you could actually use a business name. You could actually have whatever your product or service is promoted in your banner perhaps, because it's something that you own and you've created. Let me switch context again. If you are a home-based business owner where you do not own your products, you haven't manufactured them, you don't have any say in the prices, you don't have any say in the distribution, you know, those kind of things, then you are not going to use the company's name or pictures of the products or anything like that on your page. So this is branding yourself appropriately on Facebook, you know, with the right kind of page. Now, yesterday I talked about the structure of the page. Today I'm going into what words do you use? What's in your banner up the top there? How do you position yourself? And how do you put yourself out to the big wide world to attract people to you? So let's make no mistake, the whole reason why you want to build your business online or get some traction there, whether you're a traditional business or a home-based business owner, is you want to attract business to you. You don't want to be chasing customers. You don't want to be chasing family and friends. You don't want to be bugging anybody to look at your stuff, try your stuff, buy your stuff. You want people to come to you, and that's why we leverage the internet. So you leverage the internet, you find your perfect customers. Facebook allows you to do that, and bring them to you and attract them to you. And how we do that is the right, appropriate, self-branded Facebook page. So how do we brand ourselves appropriately to attract people to us? So I've set the context, depending where you sit, whether you're traditional business or home-based business. Actually, just for my interest, anybody that's watching live or on the replay, can you just say below traditional or home? Just put those two words though, because I'm just interested, who's listening, where the makeup of those people is. So let me know, are you a traditional business or are you a home-based business owner? So the traditional business, you could promote the business, the name of the business, that's fine. You own it, you have control over it. You know, that's your brand, if you like. But if you are a home-based business owner and you don't own the products, like I was saying before, you don't own the distribution, you don't manufacture the products, so you're basically a sales agent for somebody else that owns the company and does all the manufacturing and stuff like that. You want to position yourself as an individual. So it's you. Talked a little bit about that yesterday. If you didn't see yesterday's Facebook Live, just go down a bit further down the feed and you'll find that. Or just go to my website, helenmartinonline.com, and you'll see all my videos in the video libraries there. One's on network marketing training, the other one's on mindset. Home. Thank you for commenting, Kim. Nice to see you on live. So when we position ourselves, what's really important is not only, like I talked about yesterday, that you've got a photograph of yourself up there because you're branding yourself. You put your name up there, so it's you. People know what your name is. That's really important. I have seen pages where they put a picture of themselves and, they haven't really got their name, their actual name. So if we take my page, for example, so I'm Helen Martin. Majority of you would know, if you listen to me, I am in the trenches with my own network marketing business, and I actually build my network marketing business off the page how I've branded myself online. But you will never know, unless you ask me, what network marketing company I'm with, because it's not about them. I'm just a sales agent from them. My business is me. And if people want to buy something off me, buy my products or services, join my business opportunity, learn from me, then that's because they've connected with me as a person. So it's my face, my name, but the critical bit that I want to talk about today, the absolute critical bit, is the next little two bits in your branding. So after you've got your face up there and your name up there, so I'm purely talking here for those of you in a home-based business, network marketing, MLM, direct sales, this is how you're going to position yourself online. So two little bits of wording that I would recommend underneath your name. So your name comes first. It's all about you. This is the one time in your life that you can make it all about you. Permission granted. So you're going to, underneath your name, you want to say what it is that you do, that you help people with. And then underneath that, you're going to have a few little bullet points or a little tagline or something like that that builds on that a little bit. This is the critical component. Now, when I talk to a lot of network marketers, I'll say, so who's your business, attractive to? Who do you want to attract? What kind of customers do you want? And majority of people will say, well, anybody can use my products. I'll tell you now, if you go out to the market and you try to attract everybody, you'll end up getting nobody. That's just the way it works. You need to narrow down to your niche. What is your niche? Okay? Now, you can go one of two ways when you have a home-based business, network marketing, that kind of thing. Do you want to? What is your primary objective? Do you want to sell more of your products? Or do you truly want to build your network marketing business, MLM business, whatever you want to call it, online? Two very distinct things. If you blend the two online in your tagline, in your banner, you will confuse your audience and you will get nowhere. When you get bigger and you've got a following, blend away. You know, when you're someone like Oprah, she can sell a book and a car and a service and a bank product and whatever. It doesn't matter what she's offering. People just love her because she's the brand. So when you are big enough and you've got a following, then you can go in whatever direction you want. You know, if you're a Tony Robbins, you can talk about, you know, he's gone into books and health and wellness and personal, I mean, he's mainly known for personal development. But there's so many different things that he offers out now because he can. But that's him as a brand. You want to build you as a brand. But when you are first starting out, you do not want to confuse your audience. So why are you there? So the first question you need to ask yourself is, who is your target market? So you may have heard that word bandied around in marketing, you know, world before, but you really need to know the answer to that question before you put any words in that banner on your Facebook page. Who is your ideal prospect? Who is your target market? Now, this is where I would say to you, do you want to sell more products or do you want to join people into your business opportunity? Now, I know that majority of you in, you know, the home-based business space will say, well, I want both. Of course you want both. I get that. I want both as well. But you can't blend the two initially online. Well, hey Courtney, how are you? Nice to see you on live. You can blend them, but I would not recommend you do so. So if you want to, you take that choice. But when you first go online, you have to really target, you know, that niche of yours and really work out who your target market is. So if you go the product route, it might be, okay, what business are you in? Okay, hey Jimmy Sue, how are you? Nice to see you on live. So are you in health and wellness, or are you in makeup, or are you in travel, or are you in insurance, or are you in weight loss? So that might be your niche if you're going down the product route. So you position yourself online, your head, your name, your tagline might be that, you know, you want to, so let's say you're a woman and you want to really connect with other women that have had children, that are not losing their baby weight, something like that. So your target market would be women that have had children. That's part of that equation. Hey Arlene, how are you? You know, that they've had children and they're struggling with their weight. So that's, you know, roughly you take. I'm really skipping the surface here. All this kind of detail is kept for my beautiful, awesome group in my private Facebook group. If you want access to the step-by-step training and all the detail I give in there, just drop the number 2 down below and I'll get in contact with you about how you can get in that group. So I don't want to make this too broad, but I can't go into too much detail just on a Facebook Live like this. So please put that in perspective. Hey Kathy, how are you? Nice to see you. So you drill down, okay, that's my target market. Yep, I want women. They're going to be roughly this age bracket and they would have had children, etc. So that's who you are going to talk to. So your tagline up the top might be, I help mums. That's showing that your target market is women that have had children. Because you can't be a mum unless you're a woman, unless there's something I'm missing in life. So, you know, targeting mum, so you use the word mum. So 1, you're going to be female. 2, it's going to indicate that you've had children if you're a mum. So, you know, mums that, can't shift that baby weight after having children, but don't need to spend hours in the gym. Whatever it is, you've got what you stand for. You're going to help women shift the baby weight, but you don't have to slave yourself, to a gym to sort of do that. And then underneath, you would say something like, health advice, recipes, whatever it is that you can offer that's attached to that. So that's a product focus, and you've got to know who your target market is, and really drill down to who your customer avatar is. So in that circumstance, it would be, okay, it's a female that's roughly, 30 to 40, whatever, has 2 kids. You might even drill down to the fact that they're, they are a working mum, but, so they haven't got a lot of time to go to the gym, but they really want to shift some baby weight. Like, you need to think of your customer avatar. Who is your perfect customer? Okay, so if you are in a particular niche and you want to sell more products from your business, that's how you would position yourself. Now, I'm going to flip here to a different avenue and talk to those of you that are really interested in growing your network marketing MLM business. So yeah, you still want to move products, but you really actually want to build your business online. Okay, so that's your primary objective. So you really need to drill down, what's your primary objective? Who is your target market? So if I look at what I'm doing, okay, so I'm in the trenches, I have my own network marketing business, but I don't want to chase my warm market anymore. Don't want to talk to my family and friends anymore. I've been there, I've done that, it was uncomfortable, it didn't really work, and then I ran out of people to talk to. So I started doing, and trust me, I did a lot of research about this and about how the gurus were positioning themselves online and building their network marketing business online without actually really talking about their network marketing business. Now, this might be confusing, a little bit confusing for you to grasp. So hopefully you can stay with me here in grasping how you position yourself online if it's truly a home-based business, the business component that you want to build online. So take my page. The best way I can explain this to you is what I do. So my page, it's got my head on that, my name on it, it says Helen Martin, okay? Underneath that, I say that I help home-based business owners build their business online. So if you go to my Facebook page, you can tell who it is, what I look like, what my name is, what I do, and then under that, I've got some bullet points which talks about social media branding, lead generation, video marketing, things like Facebook Lives, getting engagement exposure through video marketing, and also mindset. Those of you that know me know how passionate I am about the mindset piece. So in like an instant, somebody can see what I do, who I am, what my name is, and what I offer. So this is your objective when building your business online, about how important, the critical component of your message in your banner. Okay, if you confuse that message, if you say something like, or you're not specific enough, so you're not really drilling down on your target market. So let me back up for a second. So who's my target market? So my target market, so I help home-based business owners build their business online. So let's think about that. Who is my target market? My target market is fellow network marketers. Okay, so those guys of you that are struggling out there, you've done or you've been on my journey, or I've been on your journey, vice versa, and that you're trying to build your business with your warm market, you're trying to build your business in the traditional way, and either you've exhausted your warm market, you're tired of the rejection, they're not pre-qualified people, so you're trying to desperately work out how to build your business online. So those kind of people, and that might be a lot of you, you are the people that I want to talk to. My page is positioned that way. Here's the interesting thing, which you're probably not aware of, which is what I researched and learned through this whole attraction marketing stuff. If you don't know much about attraction marketing, you need to come up to speed with that because it'll change your business. If you want some free training on attraction marketing, put the number 4 down below, and I'll send you some link to get some free training. You really need to grasp this whole concept of attraction marketing, because that's why we position ourselves online. You don't want to go chasing people for your business. You want to attract people to you. So I attract network marketers to me. Now, can you imagine the hundreds of thousands or millions of people around the world that are network marketers? Okay? So, they're everywhere. Do you know how many people are unhappy in network marketing? Do you know how many people are ready for a change? Do you know how many people don't have an upline that support them? Don't give them the training, the guidance that they need? Maybe people have fallen out of love with their product, or they've got a need for a new product. It's much easier to, find something that you're congruent and passionate about sometimes in another network marketing company. Okay? So I talk to network marketers all day long, coaching calls, whatever. And opportunities arise because of the relationships that I build with people, that I'm able to offer them what I've got to offer. Now, I've got a unique advantage, is that I can help somebody build their network marketing business, but I can also help them build their business online. So, there's something that I can offer that the average network marketer can't as an upline. So there's definite benefits there. But, I have my own network marketing business, but you don't see that on my page because it's not about the company that I am associated with. This is all with me. And my target market is network marketers. But through that, I am able to talk to my target market, network marketers, all the time, every day, day in, day out. So I'm talking to my, exact target audience, and opportunities then arise for people to join my business. So I would encourage you to think very carefully about how you position yourself online. Now, if you use words like, and I see this a lot, this is a common mistake that I see with branding. Maybe you've got a health and wellness product. So that's the product behind your network marketing company, but you're trying to build your business. So you brand yourself in that you want to help people live a greater life through health and wealth, something like that. So in your mind, you're trying to target people that are interested in health and people that are interested in wealth. And that's how you brand yourself online. So it's a little bit vague, but to you it makes sense because that's who you're trying to target. I tell you now, it won't work. So that kind of generic type branding, if you're not specific about what you do and who you help, then all your online efforts will be wasted, because somebody will come to your page and they'll go, oh, what's this person about? Okay, helping me with my health and wealth. What does that actually mean? They don't really know how you're going to help them. And I would say again, like I said before, and I go into detail about this in my private Facebook group. I can't remember what number I told you to. I think it was a 2. I'm going to get all confused at the end of this Facebook Live. But put the number 2 down below if you're interested in learning about this in more detail, because I've got step-by-step videos in my private Facebook group and weekly Q&As that we can go through all of this stuff. And I look at people in my group, I look at their pages all the time and make little tweaks to their branding, because, if you don't, I just can't stress enough importance about those few little words that you're going to put in the banner on your branded Facebook page, whether it's going to resonate with people or not, whether it's going to connect with your target audience or not. You might know in your mind who your perfect prospect is, but your Facebook page and how you brand yourself might come across completely different because it's way too vague. So you've got to be specific, but most importantly, you think about your business. Do you want to shift more product, or do you want to build your business and get business builders in your business? Now, you might get advice differently from different gurus out there, but I separate mine. So I'm laser focused. I have a health page as well. I have another 7,000 people over on my health page. But I separate the two. Is it a lot of work? Yeah. And that's why I would say don't start with both to start with. Concentrate on one or the other to start with, but be laser focused about what your objective is, who you're trying to target and position your branding appropriately. So if you're going to go product-based, put yourself up there in lights as somebody that helps people with health and wellness advice. Healthy recipes and exercise techniques that you can do in, less than 10 minutes, and you don't have to be a slave to the gym. That might be how you help people. So people, Kim, for those watching, Helen's content is top-notch. Thank you, Kim. Bless you. So people know when they go to your page, okay, it's Helen. She's going to help me with my health and recipes and exercise and, stuff like that. So they know what I'm about and what I can offer. That's not what's written on my health page, by the way. But then on, my business page, I help home-based business owners build their business online. And so I talk about things like social media branding, lead generation, stuff like that. So you know exactly what I'm about and what I can help you with. So you need to think when you create your page, if somebody, or get somebody else to look at it, that's the trick. That's what I do in my private group. So I give that feedback back. But get somebody else to look at your page and go, what do you see when you see my page? Do you know what it is I do and how I can help you? Get a different set of eyes looking at your page to really drill down whether you've got it right or not. Don't be too vague. If you've just got your name up in lights there and saying you want to help people, or mindset, personal development, and I see a lot of people in this area lean on that because it's much more comfortable. What makes you comfortable won't make you grow. What you don't want to say on your Facebook page is probably what you need to say. If you're too scared to brand yourself online because you don't think you're successful enough, get over it. Everybody can be of value to somebody else. All you've got to do is have a passion and care. So if you've got a passion and you care and you're willing to learn things and turn around and teach those things to other people that are in your target market, you'll be fine. Oh, and I will add in there, you do need to be consistent. You can't go online for, thrash it for 3 weeks and then disappear for a month and come back. You won't connect with your audience that way. So just wrapping up this, little segment here about the critical component. It's about what you use, the words that you use up the top in the banner on your Facebook page. So as soon as somebody comes to your page, they know what you're about, they know what you look like, they know what your name is, they know what your tagline is, what do you stand for, what do you want to be known for, what are you going to help people with? And then the little bullet points underneath about what that actually entails. So my example again, my face, Helen Martin. My tagline is that I help home-based business owners bring their business online. Pretty simple about what that means. But then how do I do that? I talk about social media branding, how to get leads, how to do video marketing to get those leads, and I also talk about mindset. So I've got 4 bullet points there about the things that people can learn more about if they follow me on my page. Now, if that's not for somebody, I don't want them to like my page. I don't want people that are not in my target audience on my page because my information is not relevant to them, and building a rapport with them is not really going to make any difference because they're never going to need my stuff. So if they're never going to need my stuff, I don't want them there. Sorry, an alert came through there. Well, that's not meant to be, said in the wrong context that I don't want people on my page. Is you only want your target market on your page because you want those people to connect and resonate with you. Make no mistake, there's so many people watching. I know there's people that watch my Facebook Lives that have got nothing to do with my industry or interested in anything I've got. They're just curious and they're sticky beaking and they're gossiping and all the rest of it. But I don't really want them there because it's not good for Facebook's algorithm. If you've got 1,000 people on your page and 900 of those are sticky beaking, you only want people on your page that are your exact target audience. You're speaking to them, they engage with you. When you build a relationship with those people and they know, like, and trust you, that's when they'll buy stuff from you. That's when they'll go into business with you. That's when relationships blossom, leads come in, and sales happen and your business grows. So the last thing you want to do when you go online is have any kind of confusing message in your banner. Angela, what if you invite people, or should you pick and choose? Okay, good point and good question. I have never invited any of my family or friends to my public Helen Martin page, because traditional network marketing versus building your business online, traditional network marketing, I'm fighting my battery now, is where your warm market is anyway. If your warm market are supportive of you, they're interested in what you've got, they've bought your products before, or maybe you think they might be interested in your business, go for it. Invite them to your self-branded Facebook page. To me, I wanted to get away from my warm market, because the beauty of building your business online is that you utilize Facebook to find your pre-qualified prospects. And, you know, I've had the big team, where I had a lot of my warm market join me. But what happened? If they're not pre-qualified, if they're not really people that have the same vision and the same work ethic that you do to make this business work, they don't stay. So just be careful about that. I'm not saying yes or I'm not saying no. In my circumstance, now I've ended up having a lot of family and friends like my page anyway. And that could be because they support me anyway, even though they might not ever buy anything of mine. Or they're just curious about what I'm doing and things like that. And that's fine if they're there. I'm never going to not, you say to somebody, can you unlike my page if they're family and friends? But they're not really my target market. So really, to answer your question, Angela, I hope I'm pronouncing that right because you've got two N's in there, is that you really only want your target market. So when I said earlier, not sure if you're on the beginning of the live, if not, go back. The critical thing for your branding and who is there is that they fit who your target market is. So who is that person? Is it a man? Is it a woman? Is it both? Is it a mum? Is it a married person? Is it, there's two things you really need to ingrain in your mind. One is your target market, but take that a little bit further and think of your customer avatar. How old is you think of your perfect prospect. The perfect person to join your business or buy your product, who are they? Are they male, female, or both? How old are they? You know, where do they live? Or does it matter? Are they married? Are they single? Do they have any kids? What books do they read? Where do they hang out? What kind of education have they got? Really drill down. Write that out on a piece of paper. Who your customer avatar is. That's who you talk to on your page. That's who you brand yourself to on your page. Does that make sense, Angela? If you're still here with me, just there is a bit of a delay when people sort of make comments, but yeah, you can pick and choose, who you invite to your page. Me personally, I didn't invite anybody to my page. They found me anyway. That's cool. That's their choice. But really, doing a self-branded Facebook page is about your target market and your perfect customer avatar. Thank you, Angela, for your feedback. I'm glad that answered your question. So if there's any other questions while I'm still here, shoot them through. There's a slight delay, but I'm happy to, if this is not clarified for you. I will say again, if you want more, step-by-step training as to how to do this and really get it right and have me review your page and utilize my weekly Q&As, you're welcome to join my private Facebook group. There's one small prerequisite to get into that group, but I'll talk to you about that offline. If you're interested in joining that group, I think I said put a 2 down below. I can't really remember. Or was it a 4? I'm going to get myself so confused when I go back to the comments. I guess I can rewatch myself and listen to what I said. But getting back to topic, it really is about those few words that you put up there, and please don't be too broad. You might think that you've got, you really do want to help people with their health, or you really do want to help people in some way. But those kind of words is way too broad. How are you going to help me? Are you going to, like the health example, are you going to give me recipes? Are you going to tell me how to exercise properly? Are you, going to give me tips to lead just generally a healthier life? Like, I just use that as an example and what happens when you go too broad. And a lot of the pages that I've seen and reviewed is people will stick to what's comfortable. I will help you, I encourage women, so some people will target on women targeting women. I encourage and empower women to lead a more fruitful life, successful life. Now, in your mind, that's, okay, that's health because that's my products, and then the wealth bit is the business. If I came to a Facebook page that said something like that, I really don't know how you're going to help me. I really don't know. So the more specific you can be about your niche, your target market, what you do, and who you are trying to attract, the better. Not too many words though, a tagline and some bullet points. So this whole Facebook Live is really about that tagline and the bullet points that you put underneath it. And if you need to spend hours on it, spend hours on it, because everything you do moving forward from that revolves around what people see when they first come to your page. This is all about first impression. So you only get one chance to make a first impression. So if somebody comes to your page, it's like, oh, I'm not really sure what she does, and they go away, they'll probably never come back. So if someone comes to my page and they see I help home-based business owners, immediately, if someone's in a home-based business, they can relate to me. If they're not in a home-based business, they can't necessarily, and they go. I'm happy about that because they're not my target market. And then, so how do you build a business online? That's a combination of, social media branding, and how do you get leads online, and how do you use video marketing to get more engagement and more leads online. And then, what goes on here is 80% of that sort of success. People know how I can help them. So that's really critical in your branding. Has that made sense to any of you that are on live with me? Or those of you watching the replay, please comment down below and let me know that, that's made sense. What I'm really trying to get across here is narrow down who your target market is and focus on those people. Don't be too broad. You can't help everybody. If you try to help everybody, if you think my product is for everybody because it gives people more energy or helps them sleep more or things like that, you will end up attracting nobody. You've got to be laser focused about who it is and talk to that person specifically. Brand yourself appropriately in that space specifically. The only exception to everything that I've just said is the context that I talked about at the beginning of my video, is if that you've actually got a bricks and mortar business yourself that you created, you own. You've got your own product that you distribute, you've made, you set the prices, stuff like that. Then you can brand your shop, or you can brand your product because it's yours to own and promote. But when you are in a home-based business, network marketing, MLM, direct sales, it's all about you and it's not about the product. Do not have in your banner or on your page anywhere anything about your products. This is about you and how you can help people. So it's the benefit, not the thing, the benefit of the thing that you're offering. I hope that makes sense to you. I know what I'm trying to say. Whether that's executed the right way, who knows? But I hope you got value out of that. Now, we're continuing the branding journey. I did tell you that I was going to talk about next content creation, which I am. And I said that I was going to do that tomorrow, but I'm not, because I'm actually fully committed tomorrow. I'm not even home all day tomorrow. So you're going to have to hang out next week for that one. But what I want to talk about there is, so the 3 core things to branding. So yesterday I talked about what type of page to set up and the critical components on the page. Today is all about the branding piece, what's in your banner and what you say and why you say it. And then the next piece is, okay, I've got the page up, Helen. I've got my branding sorted out, I think, Helen. Now what the hell do I put on my page? So the next piece is about content creation for your page. How do you keep that going? Because a lot of people think, I'm not successful enough yet. I don't know what to say. I don't know what continual content to put on my page. Who's going to listen to me? I'm not that successful. I don't think I've got much value to bring, and people get really stuck there. So, and what I see a lot, unfortunately, is people set up their page and then they get stuck with content creation, and so they don't end up putting up anything at all. And that's the last thing I want to see people do. I want to see you flourish with your page and get more people to the page and then get them engaging with you, and then Facebook algorithm loves you and you start building your audience. You start building your tribe. And when you can do that and people know, like, and trust you, they will buy from you, and suddenly you are building a flourishing business online. It's a beautiful thing. You've just got to stick at it, be consistent, and get the right advice to know what you're doing. So I hope that's helpful to you today. So hang out next week. Please tune in with me next week about content creation for the page, because that's also, a really important piece of being successful with your business online. So if that was helpful to you, please send me some likes and loves. Let me know that, that was useful. If you've got anyone you know in your team, thank you, Kathy, for saying thank you. I appreciate that. Anybody that you work with in this space that's thinking about branding themselves online, please tag them in this or share them in this. The last thing I want to see is people going to the effort of wanting to build their business online and they just don't get the branding bit right. And so all their efforts from then on moving forward are wasted. And there's one thing I do not like in life, it's wasting time, money, and energy on something that's not going to work. So we just need to fine tune it, get it right, do it once, do it right the first time so you can build an awesome business online. So I hope that's helpful to you. Thank you for saying thank you, Rhonda. I really appreciate that. Nice to see you here, and I'll catch you guys next week. See you, Arlene. Bye.